right, we are back here on the red carpet, but this time I have a very special guest for you, the master ceremony of events this evening. We have Annie, who's quite the professional, so she'll hopefully give me some notes after this interview. But tell us how long you've been involved with Stay Work Play for.
Well, so I work for New Hampshire Public Radio, so we're partnering with Stay Work Play to host this event. I've been there a couple of years, which means I've been a young professional in New Hampshire for a couple of years. And this is my first time at the Courier since I was here covering a presidential campaign event like several months ago, so excited to be back.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, what do you do at NHPR? Tell us.
Yeah, I'm the Energy, Environment, and Seacoast reporter, so I do a lot of like our climate change coverage. Sometimes I help host the exchange and just do other stuff around the newsroom. So I was working from the Seacoast today and came in for this.
What's your favorite aspect about your job? I mean, this is like a dream job for a lot of people.
Yeah, I love getting to meet all different kinds of people. Like a lot of the folks getting awards tonight are people that I've covered before and that I encounter in my day-to-day covering the news. And I mean, there's so many different people doing all kinds of cool work in this state. And so I'm paid to just explore and go in the woods with people and go ask people about the stuff that gets them excited about their work and, kind of can't beat it.
So tell us a little bit about, since you are interviewing probably a handful of young people as well throughout the state, what are some common themes that you're hearing that people might be leaving or how we can maybe better attract young professionals here?
Ooh, good question. It's kind of the million-dollar question, isn't it? I think I hear a lot about housing and sort of transportation, like commuter rail and that kind of thing. People want to be able to get to work and get, to and from Boston and Portland and back. And something that people really love about the state is getting outdoors and doing that kind of thing. And so they really care about the environment and they're really engaged in politics on those kind of topics. We hear a lot about diversity issues. I think for young people of color especially, this can be a pretty white state. And so young folks are kind of hoping to change that by staying, if they are sort of representing minority communities. And I mean, it's really cool to see Stay Work Play giving awards to, young people of color and queer people and things like that too. I think it's the next generation and I know all of my coworkers are about my age and we're all here and established. And we'll see if it takes.
And that's a great answer, and thank you. Yes, we can re-listen to that twice just because there are so many good nuggets. But also, I guess, what's talking to young people that you work with, what's keeping them at your company?
Yeah, we love working at NHPR. It's really a gem of a NPR member station. There's not a lot like it. It's really, stable and well-resourced, but also small enough to still be flexible and let us kind of do interesting new projects and really get out there all across the state and get up north. And, I was at the University of Maine the other day for a story, so we're spread out all over the place. And it's just a really fun place to work. We've got a great crew in the newsroom. We're always doing cool new stuff. And I think people really love New Hampshire and love all of its quirks and have a great time reporting and living here. So it's a fun place to be.
Awesome. Well, I'll end with this. As I'm a huge podcast fan, I heard you say the exchange, but is there maybe a top 1, 2, or 3 things that we should all be listening to as young people to hear more of your nuggets?
Oh, absolutely. So, we've got some great stuff going on at NHPR right now. We have our Stranglehold podcast, which is about the primary, and I've been chipping in just a tiny bit with that. It's really, really good. We just relaunched a show called Second Greatest Show on Earth today with a show about witches in New Hampshire, kind of a Halloween theme. My colleague Justine did that. Super exciting. And then I help out with Outside In sometimes. That's our environmental podcast, and that's always a fun one. They did a spinoff about Lyme disease recently called Patient Zero. We've got so much cool stuff going on, genuinely, and you can find it all in your podcast feeds and stay tuned.
Yes, thank you so much for being the master of events today and for NHBR for being such a great sponsor of Stay Work Play, helping keep young professionals right here in the state. So we'll see you out there. Have so much fun, and thanks again for visiting the red carpet.
Thank you. You too.